Morning, guys. Coffee in the morning, sip of coffee for the working man. It's now about 7 o'clock in the morning. This 2nd of November in Norway. So, as normal, I go up, make my coffee. Always wake with no clock, so this is how my day started. So would like to start with saying good morning to you. I wish you a fantastic, splendid day. Love from Mike, so I got your back, and just would like to say thank you for all your amazing comments, and fantastic that you subscribe me and support my channel. So yeah, thank you. Sip of coffee for you. So this morning, what's in it for me today? Yeah, this coffee in the morning, we're gonna have some topics. I'm gonna just talk a little bit about plants, the importance of them, and maybe a little bit of how to make them. But first, I would like to say how important it is to have a healthy body, to be able to be positive all the time. I see online now they call it toxic positivity, and that is maybe one of the most stupid thing I heard this year. They say the man is the top of the food chain, but sometimes human being can be amazing stupid. I remember a story about two birds in the forest watching a man get lost, and they looking at each other and say, is that really what is that really the top of the food chain? The one down there that screaming for help, that is lost, is that really the top of the food chain? Animals never get lost, but they are so stupid. No, animals can actually teach us a lot, because sometimes we get lost in our minds. Toxic positivity. Get real, It's always better with a smile, Even Marilyn Monroe say it's better to cry in first class, So try to be positive. It will absolutely not make your life worth. Absolutely not, I think in the end of the day, when our days are counted, it's how many smiles we have that is important. How much money we have, or things we have, or how big family we have, all that is great, but in the end of the day, when the days are over, I think it's very important that you have a lot of smile on the road. So that is why I always practice positive thinking, appreciative of every day. Don't take anything for granted, Just try to, take just a moment and think about your place in life and your expectations as young, and where you are now, and where you're gonna go. If you're not happy in the place you are, then you need to think, where did I go wrong? And how can I turn so I get back on track where I'm supposed to be, If you met yourself as grown up and you're meeting yourself as 50 years old, would that 50-year-old be impressed by you, or would he say you're just that grown up I don't want to be? I think like that a lot. So, and I try to be the guy that 15-year-old boy would like to be someday. I try, at least. So, sip of coffee for the deep talking mic. So, yeah. And about plans, I split my life in two when it comes to plans. I have, in one hand, I have the things I need to do to make life works, and in this hand, I have the things I want to do to make life fun. Sometimes they're both the same, and sometimes not. And I need to mix it with the balance, so I get the most effective out of it. So I make daily plans. Excuse me. A sip of coffee for the workman. Daily plans I make. That is what I'm doing now when I'm talking to you, and after. I sit here and thinking. Last input from yesterday, calculated with that. If something happens, maybe I get a mail in the night that say this truck needs to be fixed today, and I need to make plans around that. Maybe my body feels super full and just I must work out today, or I have a workout day and I feel really tired, then I make plans around that. So this, and sometimes I need to do something on the day, so, and it's been changed. So that is my daily planning. That is pretty much flexible, and I make a structure plan as good as possible for the daily plan. The weekly plan, that one I don't have a set day when I make it. It's something almost subconscious I do, my weekly plan. I have some frames. I have my workout frame. I have my food frame. And I have some other set points that is, like poles in the week that I can work around, that of course I can move them, but I don't want to, because they are my set points. And my work is very flexible because I like it like that. I created that way, so that is not a set point for me. But earlier in life, work was absolutely a set point, because you have your 8 to 5 or 7 to 4, and 5 days a week, etc. So then you have that as a set point, but that is a too big set point for me. It gets destructive of my creativity and freedom, so that didn't work. I was not happy with that, so I created this company so I could get more freedom for myself, and it is plus and minus with everything. So yeah, so that is, I have my weekly set points, and then I have my weekly plans. Then I have my monthly plans. Those I take day and make, it's mostly related to work, but some is like families, and some is body and training. So that is my plans, and then I have my yearly plans. I'm planning my years about, a little bit bigger goals and how to reach them. I make plans about how to reach them and which time span it should happen, because a goal without a plan is nothing but a worthless dream. then it's better to think about something else, because it will never happen. And longer than a year, I don't plan, but I have visions for the future that I think about a lot and visualize, because that makes the yearly plans for me later on. So I have dreams and visions, of course, and that is very important. But don't mix the plans with the dreams and visions, because the plans you need to the short-term plans within the year, you need to make a way how to reach them. So that is about planning. So this is how I strictly make my weeks, and I try to have this routine that I do every morning and every day, because it is peaceful for my body to fall in my pattern that works for me. You see, I always do this coffee, not in the coffee in the morning, but this weather report, and I do my body check in the morning, see if my cutting and diet and training goes well. I check the news every morning, check the mails, do some office work, starting the day. That routine is very similar, you know. And we all have two things in common, and that is same for everybody. You that watching this, you and me are exactly the same in this, and all other on the world also. We has born and we're gonna die. These two unite us. These two are the same for us all. So that means we are not so big difference. But what we put between this born and die, that is details. So these details, I think I have an idea of how to maybe do it to have some smiles in life, you know, because planning makes you reach lots of goals, and reaching goals is satisfying and makes you happy. So, and it makes you feel good, it takes away stress and things like that. So yeah, that is about goals and planning. So, and we can all be better at it, me and you and everybody. And how you organize it in detail, that is personal, you know. I like to write, you know, in paper. I write notes, do lists, and calculates, and I have extremely good memory, so I have lots in here. So that is how I do it. But how you do it, you can do it by apps, by computer, by just making routines. Maybe you don't need to write anything, you know. Depends how your life is and what you like to do for organizing yourself. But to be organized and make plans, and how should I say, see what you need to do and what you feel like to do, and don't let the one or the other affect in a negative way. You know, sometimes, you know, you need to go to grocery shop, but you like watching TV, and then grocery shop's closed, and then you have nothing to eat. So then it's negative planning, you know. So then you need to do you know, business before pleasure. That is my rule. I try to follow it all the time. Sometimes I let it go, but often it's best to do business before pleasure. So yeah. Now I'm gonna talk a little bit about body training and working out. Sip of coffee for the working man. This is not gonna be anything fancy or advanced. You who follow me, you know I'm working out and try to get back in shape again. I'm 50 now, so this will be my swan song, my last try to really get in decent shape, that I'm happy with myself. I'm not even close yet, so Yeah, and I was gonna show you what my what I take as what I'm yeah what I'm taking for helping me reach my goals. Except the food is most important, when it comes to working out. High quality food, sadly, it's expensive, but it is difference between the cheap stuff and the high quality stuff. So try to good quality vegetables, good quality protein sources. For me, it's mostly chicken and fish. Yeah, and vegetables are a good mix of all the good ones. So, but when it comes to other stuff, it's this one, and the brand doesn't matter. I don't sell you anything. This is a zinc, magnesium, and B vitamins. So Zetamo. And what we have here is my multivitamin and minerals. The brand doesn't matter. Just you take, so you know you get all your vitamins and minerals. Then we have this one, the creatine, all year round. Eat it 5 grams a day. I have eaten this for years, no problem. So then we have my latest, this interesting, but this is Turkisteron, Turk 500. This one, brand doesn't matter, but get the good one. And I double the dosage. I take morning and night. That I don't recommend to anybody because I'm not a doctor, but this is what I take, and I think this works in some way. I don't want to be without it now, so even if it's expensive, it's worth it for me. So, and then we have this one, the omega oil, fish oil. And last but not least, this apple cider vinegar. A shot of this also every day. Yeah, and my coffee. Now I'm down to 1 cup a day in the morning. That is all you need, so that's all I take. I don't use any pre-workouts. I don't use any energy drinks. No BCAA, EEA, and things like that. Maybe I need to put on the EEA later on when I'm working out. Maybe. I don't know. I have not done enough research about it yet, but I'm working out long time. My workouts are long, they are about 2 hours, some of them, so maybe some amino acids in the middle should be in place, but we'll see. I do recover, but you can always recover better, so yeah, that is my stack, and now it's getting lighter. It's gonna rain a full week here, so, and yeah, today I gonna start my cars and let them run till they get hot temperature, full temperature, because I do this twice a month with the VAT and the Camaro, just for the engine and everything like that. So I waited a little bit too long with the Corvette, but it was no big problem. Luckily, it was just some oil ring that has stuck, so it spit out some oil, but now it's cool again, so no problem. So it's very important, to let that mechanism and machinery start. I have much work. This is my busy season. but I also want to work with my car so much, so that is a little bit sad for me that this is a luxury problem I have. Too much fun to do. Yeah. Yeah, that is about it for today. Me rambling. It will be more of this in the future, coffee in the morning with the topic. I was thinking about, I'm 50 years old now, so I can say I'm wise enough to share some of my life advice with you. At least maybe somebody have some use of something I say. So, okay. Have a fantastic day, guys. Love from Mike.